is you.
For him to soul snatch you.
You need the stacks, right? You need the...
Ho, 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 whoa.
Whoa, is that... Whoa, debut pick. Zask?
Okay.
Question mark?
Whoa. In that. Will TNC this time flip the script and try to extend it to game number 3, or will Onic finally ride their momentum and continue their winning streak?
There's just something about Zas that just doesn't look right. I mean, I don't know. It's like he's in a costume. Like he's not actually an alien or whatever he is, but...
The true aliens are the friends we made along the way.
What?
That's true. Don't forget to grab the new skin, by the way, for MPL. Prismatic Sentinel.
I like how you went straight into a plug for a promotion.
Whoa!
Oh, he gets caught!
Oh, Lancey. Already popping the flicker.
Okay.
Yeah, he does get caught. King Kong is level 4 now, though.
Oh, they are tearing through the jungle of TNC Pro Team.
Well, we got to move the... we got to take a look at this. They are just... And this is maybe the plan against the Hanzo. Just put as much pressure as you can.
Yeah. And you see where Kirk went to immediately go into the Beetle so that he can spot out the info and see if they can try to deny a Beetle away from Zyda. Is he even going to be able to hit level 4? Oh, he will. He used the red tree.
Yeah, he did.
He's behind in terms of the farm. He's losing the rotation.
He's like a level behind at this point.
Yeah, you can consider that.
Zyda right now having such a hard time up against
Brusco with the right into the hands of King Kong. First blood for Super Prince. That's the combo we're used to seeing every time the Suyo and Jawhead combo comes through.
Yeah, unlike the Zask that we're seeing right now, first blood drawn onto the debuting pick in the hands of Lancey. That's an aggressive play. We always want Onic to be constantly doing early on to apply pressure once again and control onto the mid lane. Kelra going up against Benny QT, catching a couple of Rhapsodies there.
The difficult thing about TNC Pro Team's lineup is they're very farm heavy. Mid lane, jungle, gold laner, all want farm. It's a greedy lineup.
Very expensive lineup. Now for the turtle, for the taking. Yaoi not level 4 yet. Kirk charging up the Unbreakable. Is going to be able to taunt Zyda though. And now still working for it. Zyda's going to jump in. Does get the turtle. Already the Avatar Guardian comes down. They're going to force the fight. Brusco's gone out of the picture. And Yaoi is still alive, admits it all. So now TNC gets an objective, they get a kill.
Yeah, good commitment there by TNC Pro Team to not let go, even though things look hella shaky for them. And Zyda being able to win the retry battle against King Kong, who I believe let his retry go a bit too early. There was just less than, I believe, 100 HP left on the turtle by the time he used his retribution, and Zyda was able to use his to get that.
Not to mention, Yaoi was able also to escape this, considering the fact that Yaoi wants to go for Super Prince, though.
Oh, Yaoi.
Outplay.
Focus down, thrown into the air, under the turret. Can't escape that. Zyda now, though, trying to go for Brusco. Should be able to soul snatch him. Brusco takes a couple shots, and it goes down. So again, a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, roam for a roam, but a great little outplay by Super Prince against Yaoi. Able to use the dash out from the Crimson Beacon so that he wouldn't get comboed in a good angle by Yaoi.
Kelra. Taking a couple shots there from Benny. Benny's been pretty good in the lane, at least against Kelra so far. King Kong now here. Yaoi's just around the corner. Doesn't have a flicker, though.
That was close for the gold standard. Benny QT just dishing out that Sonatas in hopes of trying to reach Kelra. 30 seconds still before the next turtle will be spawning. But Onic, it seems like the TNC found their groove again and they're able to control Onic's aggression.
Okay, good control in the mid by Onic Philippines, still committing a lot of that. See, they're not leaving Kirk in lane. They're really just clear, rotate. They're willing to give up a bit of lane control for more map control. And I'm reminded by something that I remember we pointed out last season about the presence of a Zask, where there was a point in Season 14 where...
Ejector again, it's Lord JM, he's tanky enough. Does flicker out, 4 gonna chase him down. Takes a shot with the Queller, but he's gonna be fine. Yaoi now here, and Turtle is up. Yaoi jumps in, finds Liberty Kondo. Avatar of the Guardian gonna go in. They Unbreakable. Zyda's looking to cap off the kill on King Kong. He stops him though, and Zyda goes back. Kirk gets the Turtle, and now they're gonna be on the chase. Super Prince keeping them at bay, and TNC really bad fight there for them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They
Yawi?
might set their eyes on Yawi here, Super Prince.
Yawi jumps in, still Super Prince. Zyda goes in once again. Pop the flicker, ejector, but it's Lord JM. He's tanky enough. I'm not sure if that's who you want to focus down. Lantern's going to be there. And here's Kalra. Comes in to pick up the kill. Finally taking out Lord JM.
Good control by Onic Philippines. And miraculously, Kirk got that last hit of the turtle, so the great efforts of TNC Pro Team were immediately squashed. Keldra sacrificed a bit of control in the gold lane. He got a kill, but Benny Cutie was not able to take down the tower. As I was saying earlier, before I was interrupted, Lancey with the Zask. There was a time last season where the Zask actually made Hariths have a hard time in team fight. So let's see if that comes into effect.
Yawi again with the Way of the Dragon. They're going to crash down. He's going to be in trouble. Super Prince can't last. He goes down. Great setup from Yawi.
Oh, it seems like a Cho Hanzo combo is almost a sure kill, especially with a Soul Snatch on the right target prepared by the Cho. So that's new learning for today.
Yeah.
So far, TNC still finding ways to even out the score 3-3 as we look at the Infinix hand cam. So this time, this is a good sample of Infinix hand cam because there was an instance last week. We saw an Angela, a hand cam this time in the hands of Zyda as well. And going back to Renmar's point, the aggression of the wall. Wait a minute.
What are they going for this time? Brusco won't be able to survive. The Zyda is on a point. It's the combo we were just talking about, man. It's almost a guaranteed kill.
Yeah, Hanzo and Cho, okay. So Hanzo really shines well with the pick-off style heroes. No wonder why they went for that Yawi, Kalea paired up with a Hanzo earlier on, and they're trying it this time around with a Cho. Okay, so Skypiercer just built up by Benny Cutie. We can start counting his stacks easily. Doesn't have a kill just yet. Zydo with the golden staff already. This Hanzo is online, and Onic Philippines needs to watch out for it.
Okay, 1-for-1 in terms of turtle takes, but now TNC
Yawi's
might
got
just
a
be able to
flicker.
take it away. Yawi!
Goes in, gonna kick the wrong way though, and now he's gonna be punished. Zyda also jumping on in. Kirk trying to get the jump off with the Avatar of the Guardian, it won't. Dominator's Descent already gonna be used. It's gonna be enough to zone them forward. Kelra firing off under the Zaman Force. We'll be able to clear it. King Kong gets a flicker out, takes a couple shots with the Rhapsody from Benny Cutie. Zyda waiting, but the turtle secured by Onic. Now Lord JM on the run. King Kong's gonna be able to find Lancey, and he takes him out. Still looking for Lord JM. He's left alone, and Benny's gonna jump in, able to find King Kong, but now Kelra comes on forward. Yawi wants to fight. She could know the kick in the wrong direction again. Not able to find Super Prince, and now Kirk joining the fight, jumps in with the Avatar of the Guardian and Zyda, waiting for the rest of the team to follow on through and helps him escape. Zyda goes back, but he's not going to push any limits any further.
That clash was long. Imagine Yawi was the first man down. He was back on track once again, but 2 consecutive off-angle kicks for the Cho really spelled disaster for TNC. They were able to get a couple of kills, but you're seeing the effect of the greedy lineup. If the kicks don't connect, it's hard for TNC to answer back.
Yeah, but they were able to hold on long enough. Kelra, a great entry. How the Zaman Force come back just in time. Gonna get the right angle. Super Prince, if I'm not mistaken, got to flicker away so that the trajectory of the Way of the Dragon by Yawi would get changed. So Onic Philippines are respecting the setup of the Cho a little bit more. You see how fast they were able to collapse onto Yawi in the initial pick-off that he went for. He wasn't taken out, but then they were able to counter things out. So it's a push and pull. There's no clear winner here. Here comes Zyda.
Zyda, I think he's just going to clear that out. King Kong just going to go ahead and go back to base here, but that seems to be the case. You know, again, Zyda hasn't died yet. He's cut it close a couple times, but there still has to be an answer. And you think about it, when this Lord does come up, Yabi's obviously going to have that Way of the Dragon and the Flicker available, so they have to play against that. That is the most devastating combo that can break through.
You know, just like what happened during game number 1, where we're starting to see or suspect moments that we think Onic is staying a bit too long during classes, but it's actually paying off for them. These types of extended clashes, again, it's going to boil down to the fact that they also have Kirk. With the Revitalize, they can out-sustain as much as they can. And if the kicks don't connect for TNC, again, it's going to be hard for them. But now the Lord has spawned. Both teams are capable of taking away this Lord. Not much of a gold lead for Onic as it sits below 500. Let's see if Zyda can out-retry once again the beast himself.
One thing we also have to point out about the lineup of TNC Pro Team is that if Onic PH get caught in a bad spot of them running away, that's a very difficult lineup to run away from the TNC Pro team has.
Oh,
it's getting rushed.
Shield's going to be used. They're going to rush the Lord. They sight King Kong go on the bottom side. They're going to push for it. Lord goes to Benny Cutie. They're able to secure. Super Prince jumping in with a beacon. Lantern Flare on Lord JM. They do catch Yaoi as well. Still looking for more. They get a flicker out from Lancey. And King Kong wants to run in under the turret. Zaida jumps on in. Benny gets a kill. Gets a double. Looks for another. Kalra's in trouble. Give the Storm a triple. He's looking for another. And he comes in with the Maniac. Can he get the Savage? Super Prince can't bob and weave away. The Storm is online.
Sometimes gods can fall to the power of nature. The Storm is back with a Savage.
TNC marching on. They have minions onto the middle lane. Lord sieging in at the bottom. And TNC, we've been waiting for the Storm. It's been brewing. Benny Cutie, second game coming into Season 15. Already a Savage for the Storm.
That's what we were talking about for TNC Pro Team. Number one, their key to victory, let Benny break him. Number two, what I just said heading into that sequence, that if they're caught out in a bad spot by TNC, the lineup TNC has is difficult to run away from. They will pepper you from afar and chase you down for kills.
Oh man, where's your umbrella now? Said Benny Cutie. Zaida jumping in again, doing enough damage to keep them at bay. The shield's gonna pop, so the Lord's gonna be worked with. And that's what it results to, but man, what a swing for TNC.
Man, they learned from last week. This time, it was a decisive move from TNC to literally rush the Lord. Catching Onic by surprise, forcing out the flicker from Brusco, forcing out the AUG away, coming in from Kirk. Caught Onic in a bad position. That's why TNC was literally able to keep Benny Cutie and Zaida alive. Looking at the damage coming in from this Granger. A triple already. The Sky Piercer was well worth it for the Storm, picking up 5 kills in 10 minutes.
He got all his kills after his Sky Piercer was built. That's 70 stacks already on that Sky Piercer. That is not cool for Onic Philippines. If you're TNC Pro Team, you are definitely happy. You are back in this game, and not just back, you are dominating.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
That's not cool, man. If you're Onic, that's the shot call now. Hey guys, it's not cool.
It's not cool. 4K gold lead already for TNC. Now they're just literally waiting for a perfect opportunity to strike.
Third Savage of the season. First one by Super Marco. After that, it was Kyle. And then now the third one by Benny Cutie.
Man, and it's his second week just back in the MPL.
Yeah.
Again, we saw the comparisons between him and Kaldra. Oh, there's the kick again. I mean, he's not going to actually pull the kick. Goes in with the Jeet Kune Do. But they just want to go ahead and keep things at bay. The Lord is coming up in a couple seconds. TNC with the favor here. We'll see if they can keep it in their favor. So Super Prince going to be in trouble. Zaida goes in. Kirk's gone. So Super Prince survives, but they lost Kirk.
Crucial kill for TNC. An immediate response from Zaida. 308 already with a Hanzo. Will Onic be able to contest? They're covering every single ground right now. They have to defend this upcoming Lord because TNC, again, with a decisive play to go for the strike as they take down the second Lord.
Yeah, right now, if you're Onic, you've lost your timing, your conditional window. TNC Pro Team can continue bullying Onic Philippines like this. And that's why I put a lot of importance on the Granger pick for Benny Cutie. He just plays it so well, and TNC play around it so well. Even though it took them a long time to get control in this game, now that they have it, they got it off of the back of a Benny Cutie Granger Savage. That's why earlier on in the draft, we were making a big deal about the Joy, Granger, Suyo trade. If Onic was willing to play into it, they picked up the Suyo, and now they don't have the easy backline access for the Granger. Because every time Kirk can enter the backline, he will just get blasted.
Yaoi with the conceal. He's trying to look for a proper target. Okay.
Jumping in on Super Prince again. The Soul Snatch not going to be enough to get the kill. Mid turret's already going to fall. They're going to fire off still from the backside. A TNC might not be able to fully push in just yet, but Yaoi jumps in, finds Super Prince with the kick, forcing the fight. Super Prince still going to be alive. Lord JM jumps in. His immortality's still going to be up. The Lord's going to be worked on. Lord JM, the one to work on the base. base at a quarter of the health. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're still keeping it together, and Lord JM finally falls. TNC loses 3.
The sustain from Onic. Beautiful jump in from Kirk to cast that AOG and revitalize right away to try and save Super Prince, who still has his Lantern Flare. That's why they were able to clap back. Zyda goes in after King Kong!
Fights him, finds him, and bites him. Gets the soul snatch. We'll be able to find King Kong, so they stay in the game.
It's going to be a tough climb for Onic PH. Even though they can counter, even though they can get Benny, there is still the Hanzo to deal with. 0 deaths for Zyda. 51,000 damage dealt. More than his gold laner and the gold laner of Onic Philippines.
Yeah, that's why coming into this game, he's second when it comes to kills in the jungler role, despite being 5th place. That's how amazing Zyda has. That's how good he has been performing. And the beauty of TNC's lineup, we called it greedy because they can do this.
He's going to go again, gets tossed up with the injector, should be able to get back. Does return to his body, and all this for that purple buff. King Kong makes it in time. Should be able to go ahead and secure it. So again, you saw just a preview of how much damage this Hanzo from Zyda is able to do.
Yeah, not just the damage, the vision and information it also provides. It ensures that Yawi doesn't have to go for the brushes. It makes him just worry about the potential setups that can come from Yawi.
Items for the mid laners, considerable lead for the Zask, already 3 core items built up, a lot of damage coming out of that. I think a little bit more cooldown reduction and sustainability is going to be built up here by Super Prince, considering that he's using himself as the main target for the Hanzo, while at the same time, Yawi's also been locked in on him, so TNC Pro Team have shifted their priorities to respecting the heck out of the juice in. When they can spot him, they go for it.
Oh no, Yawi's gonna get tossed up! Just walks on through! Didn't have the information, I guess, for that. The mid lane is gonna be pushed by, so they have to clear that out, but without Yawi, Onic might actually have an advantage.
Let's see if how they can play into this. They have to push out the minion waves first before they try and get something. Brusca might wait for his unstoppable force to come back to try and take another member of the front line of TNC down.
Oh, Zyda goes in again. He's going to be looking for it. Brusco takes quite a bit of damage. He's going to be able to go now. King Kong cleared the mid lane. And they're going to go for a reset. I think it's TNC just stalling out for Yawi.
Yawi will be able to come back in time. I don't think he has the movement speed boost that he can get from a conceal because he used it earlier. He will have his ultimate and flicker available. Yawi's back on the board.
Zyda once again going to go for it. Causing a distraction. Does some damage to Kirk. Going to be fine. Kirk does still have a revitalize too. They're going to go for the Lord already. Benny Cutie fire off from the backside, and King Kong will get the Lord. Now they go for the disengage. Lord JM on the run alongside Yawi. They might still try to go and force a fight, but it looks like they can't catch up to Onic Philippines.
The beast of the jungle out-retrying Zyda in the crucial moment. Not yet an evolved Lord, but still at this point Onic is just literally trying to get anything they can take away from TNC and mitigate the gold lead they've established. 3K gold lead left for TNC, but this might change with the push coming in from the Sonics.
The moment Zyda showed that he no longer had his Hanekage form, Onic Philippines, after slowly whittling down the lore, they decided to go for the full commit blast. Luckily, King Kong was able to win the retry there, got it. And now Onic Philippines will be able to play out of this lead. You see Twilight Armor built up by the Gacha. All the burst coming out from TNC Pro Team needs to be dealt with.
The Super Flag playing around together, trying to burst down the Pinnacle Ninja right away from Zyda, so there's no potential pickoff. Lord sieging in onto the top lane.
Yeah, key item here for Super Prince actually has the Winter Crown. That's what we were talking about earlier. Cooldown reduction and sustainability.
Zyda trying to go ahead and focus down Kirk. Kirk popping the Revitalize. The top turret of the base finally going to go down. Still over half health on this Lord. Benny Cutie will go ahead and work on it. Onic Philippines seeing what else they can get. That mid wave is pushing now for the tier 2. They might just try to go and be disciplined. King Kong too, taking a lot of damage actually, but he's going to be fine. And so they only get that top base turret while TNC continues to clear out the waves.
20 minutes almost, 12-15 kill scoreboard, and an inhibitor for an inhibitor. Wow, what a game these two teams have been showing. Onic was able to delete at most, what was it, 6K gold lead the TNC established, or 5?
Yeah, they were able to do that after one surprise rush onto the Lord and being able to play out trades well. They need to regain control in the map after they took down Yaoi, and then once they saw that they got the ultimate off of the Hanzo, then they decided to full commit this. It's anyone's game now, though, who can execute better. If Onic Philippines blow out too many of their abilities for the eventual punish of Benny Cutie and Zyda and Lancey that will follow, then they will lose. If they can wait for the right time and the right entry of the main damage dealers of TNC Pro Team, then they can win.
Concealed plays are going to be more crucial this
By the way,
time.
both Keller and Benny Cutie both have 8 kills and 1 death in this game. If somehow Keller ends this game with a Savage, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
Benny Cutie already got 1. Come on, Keller, get him back.
At this point, anything is possible.
Bring
so
out that
far.
umbrella.
Bring out the umbrella.
TNC, Benny Cutie reminding his members to drink water and try to take a chill pill right now because a major objective is coming. 3 seconds. That's the evolved Lord. The past 18-minute mark Lord has now spawned.
Onic decided to commit a full 5-man rotation bot because they thought they might catch 1 or 2 members of TNC to try and pick off someone there. Since no one was there, now TNC Pro Team has a bit of advantage around the objective, considering that they're using the spawn, the Nightmaric spawn of the Zas to get information while keeping their frontliners safe.
Okay.
Good usage of it.
Yeah.
Onic holding on to this Lord. It's going to be a matter of who's going to set up first. The conceals are ready for both of these teams. Still no one full committing on this Lord.
Yeah.
Look at Yaoi.
Yaoi.
This could be the last Lord of the game.
Might be trying. Gonna get spotted out. King Kong finds him. So again, both
Conceal.
Rome's holding on. Conceal gonna be. Oh! Yaoi's gonna miss.
Oh!
Unfortunately, now Brusco popping his own Conceal. They're gonna go in. It's already Zyda. He actually has to back off. So both Romes not able to find those setups they were looking for. So we get a reset.
Yeah, we was thinking that King Kong would actually step back, but no. King Kong just stood there saying, now what? You overshot your Jeet Kune Do.
The real Sigma showing his mechanical prowess. 30,000 HP for this Lord. The Conceal and Flicker was burned for Yaoi. Kirk burned his AOG.
And that mechanic was standing, not moving. Pure mechanics.
Pure skill. Sometimes that's how you win the fake out, man.
Okay, the side lane minion waves for TNC Pro Team do not look good, especially that one at the bottom. So a little bit more advantage for Onic Philippines once they see that's one up top. They know the Zas is at the bottom lane, but they're really waiting for Zyda, the ultimate of that Hanzo. It's so important for a condition right now for Onic to full commit this.
Okay,
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
this time in the picture as Zyda already gets his orange buff.
Oh, it resets again.
Yeah, great handling in the map right now by TNC Pro Team, though. They're doing everything they can right now, although they see that the Hanzo, you already used the ultimate.
Oh, they
Oh,
might
they
burst
saw
this
that.
down.
They're gonna be able to go. Lancey trying to get the Dominators sent out.
They can't rush it.
They're gonna give this signal to go, but Zyda's now back for this fight.
Yaoi.
Am I looking for the angle again? Conceal gonna be used. Won't be able to find King Kong that he's looking for. Still has the immortality. Brusco's gonna toss him in the air. Zyda trying to help with the revitalize. Is gonna be enough to heal them out as Yaoi goes down. They get the flicker out. Benny Cutie will fire off from the backside. He's zoned out from the team though. Now Zyda trying to help Lord JM. Rest of his team's gonna be there. Benny Cutie, immortality, and gets tossed in as he goes down. Now Benny's gone. Super Prince dealing with Zyda, pops the winner's crown. And this is Onic Philippines now able to take this Lord. They took out 3 members of TNC.
Wow.
But Lord JM's still there. Look at the push on the bottom side.
They're gonna go ahead and try and end it. They're not gonna go for the Lord anymore. The last time we saw this, TNC lost the match. Onic decide to full commit this. Can they actually win it through here?
They still have that wave pushing on top. They don't care about a Savage. They don't care about a Storm. Onic Philippines comes together to sweep the series.
The Storm may have gotten a